Deadly, but made to seem desirable. By Ron Bishop, author of More, The Vanishing of Scale and an Over-the-Top Nation. They are Sunday school standards, the 7 deadly sins, behaviors in which we're never supposed to engage, attributes we're never supposed to exhibit. But is it possible the mass media today tell us the 7 deadly sins are actually desirable behavioral traits? What do the media ask us to believe about the sins through the narratives they present? I'm not a fan of hypodermic models of media effects, which suggest a numbed audience instantly impacted by the onslaught of information they receive. Still, the media can suggest what we should be thinking about. By paying a lot of attention to a person, place, or event, the media persuade us that they are worth paying attention to. So after resisting the temptation to put the Kardashians or Charlie Sheen at the top of each list, I compiled a few examples that support my point. Envy. This is right in the media's wheelhouse. To survive, they must sell audience to advertisers. We have to be made to want the goods and the lifestyle they sell. In this world, you can't be happy with where you are. A constant state of envy theoretically keeps you coming back for more goods. It's kind of like a self-help expert who tells you strike out on your own. Seize the day, find your spirit, unleash your personal power, but demands that in doing so you return from time to time for advice. So we end up arranging the most outlandish wedding or making over our McMansion to include granite countertops, a dual vanity, in a house so large and garish it looks like something out of MTV's Cribs. Gluttony. Small and medium need not apply, suggests the media. Our portions are supersized. There is no moderation anywhere, in any pursuit, ever. Food Network hosts teach us to revel in the preparation of food, which we're then supposed to devour ravenously. Check out the mastication skills of Guy Fieri, host of the network's diners, drive-ins, and dives. He dissects the meal as he lovingly inhales, practically writhing with pleasure. There is little discussion of eating sensibly, and when you need to lose weight, it's off to a boot camp with you, or to a casting call of The Biggest Loser, where you'll endure weeks of castigation and ridicule as you plot to overthrow your opposition. Greed. We are living in Gordon Gekko's world. Greed is good. If by good we mean attracts the media's attention, it's our duty as Americans to want more, to strive for more. Case in point, Donald Trump. The media lavish buckets of attention on the man with the world's most famous comb-over. Every deal he makes and every property acquired attracts attention, with particular zeal shown by NBC, which airs The Apprentice. Perhaps the media's most destructive tendency is to propagate the illusion that with hard work, a little luck, and your own reality show, wealth will be yours. And left peering longingly through the restaurant window, watching the rich gorge themselves, are moderation and self-sacrifice. Lust. Men act, women appear, wrote the English art critic and author John Berger. Today, in 2011, ask yourself, what roles do women play in most TV ads? What are they shown doing? Sure, the media exaggerate threats to our children like internet predators and sexting, but they do so only after and while sexualizing pretty much everyone, from Katy Perry and Lady Gaga to the Gossip Girls cast to Bratz dolls to coverage of women's sports to young women and men in the Abercrombie and Fitch catalogs. It paints a picture of a society constantly on the make, looking to score or hook up. Pride. It's no longer enough to be satisfied after a job well done or to simply enjoy a job or hobby. We have to tell someone, anyone, everyone, about every accomplishment, no matter how small. So we put everything on YouTube and tweet about every waking thought and routine occurrence. It's also not enough to just be good at something. We are taught to think of ourselves as stars, HGTV design stars or the next Food Network star. Our kids get medals for coming in 6th place and A's in every college class, from professors scared to cross parents determined to squeeze the last dollar out of their children's university experiences. We build legacies rather than live our lives. Sloth. Call this the couch potato sin. Apathy and carelessness are media highlighted. To this list, I would add a toxic sense of entitlement. Watch as the cast of Jersey Shore takes Italy by self-involved storm. Watch as the mainstream media tell us sites like TMZ.com are the devil incarnate, but then gleefully run its footage of another young star once again getting in trouble with the law. Read another report about disinterested young people who treat newspapers like artifacts unearthed by archaeologists. They stare at their laptops and iPads, addicted to Facebook and Twitter, totally disinterested in engaging in the world around them. Wrath. Conflict is a media mainstay. Movie producers and assignment editors prefer vividly drawn heroes and villains. We don't get mad, we get even. We never compromise or allow for views to change. Parents of little leaguers attack coaches when their kids are benched. Adolescents, particularly those who have a lot of Marilyn Manson on their iPods, are ticking time bombs, according to Katie Couric. Political discourse is angry. The debate over the debt ceiling is boiled down to a fight between House Majority Leader John Boehner and President Obama. Members of the Tea Party are shown haranguing members of Congress during town hall meetings. We go after illegal immigrants shouting, "Build a wall, show me your papers please," and then Sharia law in Oklahoma, and whatever you do, don't let them build a mosque near Ground Zero. So what are the sins in the narrative spun by the media? What attributes and behaviors aren't cool or don't get a lot of play? I propose this preliminary list: boredom and its cousin, being boring. Journalist Bernard Goldberg once called it the worst attribute one could exhibit in our society. Calm, so long, Mr. Rogers, acting casually, horniness, idleness, indecision, nuance, being poor, unless you have a tattered home in need of an extreme makeover, reflection, the genuine kind, not the self-involved prattle heard on Dr. Phil, subtlety, skepticism, and spontaneity. We are all witnesses to the demise in the media of the unscripted moment. In an age where everything seems to be over the top, a small dose of even some of these would be quite refreshing. Ron Bishop, Ph.D., is the author of More, The Vanishing of Scale in an Over-the-Top Nation, published by Baylor University Press, and is a professor in the Department of Culture and Communication at Drexel University in Philadelphia.